This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person. Today's broadcast features D-Biz on production and camera and CDS on commentary. We hope you enjoy it.
Hello and welcome on in, hockey fans, to Abe Stark Sports Center in Brooklyn, New York. We've got a classic LIAHL matchup for you today on Midnight Sports as the Long Island Rinks have come to town to take on the Stars. As you may know, the Stars compete in the LIAHL under Prestige Hockey, that name and that charter, because the second hockey charter allows more than one team per age group to compete for the chance to head to the state tournament in March. So, although we refer to the Stars as the Stars in the LIAHL, they're known as Prestige Hockey. What does that change for you, Midnight Sports viewer at home? Absolutely nothing. One other bit of housekeeping. Today's game is an LIAHL qualifier or Q game, which, if you missed the Peconic game from 2 weekends ago, means the following. Whether a team ends up going to the New York State Tournament in the spring is determined by how that team does in a single elimination regional tournament in early March. How a team is seeded for that single elimination play-in tournament is determined by how that team does in these LIAHL qualifying games. As such, these games matter for rankings in that play-in tournament. A win here or a loss there is not the be-all, end-all for the play-in tournament. Those results merely affect seeding. That said, teams want to put their best foot forward, potentially receive a bye in the first round of that play-in tournament, and put themselves in the best position to play teams most advantageous to advancing to the state tournament. The too long didn't read version? LIAHL wins help a lot, but losses are not catastrophic to a team's chances of going to the state tournament. More specifically, the Rinks come into today's game with an 11-2 record on the year. Most recently, they've beaten the Dix Hills Hawks 2-1 and the St. James Hockey Club by a score of 9-4. With regard to common opponents with the Stars, the Rinks have lost to the Peconic Wildcats by a score of 4-6, a team the Stars beat 7-5, and they've beaten the Great Neck Bruins minor team twice by scores of 7-0 and 4-3. The Stars beat that same Great Neck team 6-1 and 4-2. The Rinks roll down to the boardwalk with a My Hockey rating of 79.48 versus the Stars rating of 77.41. As such, My Hockey predicts a 2-goal victory for the Rink here today. But as any parent knows, teenagers are strange, impossible to predict creatures, and the close ratings mean we should have a great hockey game on our hands at Abe Stark this Saturday afternoon. The Stars come into today's game with an 8-6-1 record on the year. They ended up with a functional bye week last weekend, having 2 hockey games moved later in the season. And as such, they're ready and champing at the bit to get back out there and start a new winning streak. Programming note for you, Midnight Sports, subject to carrier restrictions, will have all the coverage for you when the Stars begin their road trip tomorrow at E.J. Murray Memorial Skating Center to take on the South Westchester Blackhawks at 4:45 p.m. in an EJEPL matchup. That's Sunday, October 22nd at 4:45 p.m. right here on Midnight Sports. The Stars will actually play their next 8 on the road, inclusive of their tournament in Chicago, and Midnight Sports hopes to bring you all the coverage from that road trip. In the meantime, though, go get a refill on that drink and settle in. It's the Stars and Rinks at Abe Stark Sports Center coming up next on Midnight Sports. Well, there goes the buzzer for the warm-up period here in this LIAHL Q game. The Rinks will get set at their own net, picking up some pucks. And the Stars getting some last-minute strategy right in front of their bench from Coach Carney. 15 minutes up there on the board already. We'll play 3 periods. Sometimes it's hard to adjust between these EJ games and the LIAHL games, but this is an LIAHL Q game, as we've discussed, and as such, I should say, it will be a 3-period game, 15 minutes a period. Now, breaking out of the huddle, the Stars will be first here, as the Rinks still go over some strategy in their own blue paint. Looks like it'll be the Shulman's Image McCarthy line, and Schaefer and Gorloff out there as the defensive pairing. Speaker carves up the blue paint at his own end. Looks like he'll get the start here at Abe Stark today. So you'd expect Diatelli to go tomorrow against the Southwest Chester Blackhawks. Now Stars starting to get set here as they circle in their own end. Whistle goes for the Rinks to come out as well, and they'll get set too. It'll be Zimmage at the dot. Goalies being checked, scorekeeper being checked, boards being pounded as we're ready to roll on a Saturday afternoon in October from Abe Stark. The Rinks win that faceoff. They cross center ice. They're going to throw a long one in. It's going to go off the end boards, and it'll be picked up by Schaefer in the far corner. He's able to dangle around his man, reverse over toward Gorloff, and Gorloff works that puck up, but not out as it's thrown right back into the zone, and Schaefer will track it down in the far corner. Schaefer for Gorloff at the end boards. Puck rolls out. Look out. Quick shot comes in. Shut down immediately there by Speaker. Rinks able to keep the zone. It's Zimmage curling back in his own end, working it toward Schaefer. Hits a stanchion. Puck stays in momentarily, but he's able on the second bite to get that puck out of the zone. Rinks with a nice soft diagonal pass. Upended there by McCarthy. Heavy hit there at the defensive blue line. But we're going to get a call immediately, and it'll be McCarthy to the box. Tripping seems to be the signal with just 14:21 left here in the first, which is just 39 seconds into this game. Well, scores 0-0 early on here from Coney Island, and it'll be the Stars to the box first in this one, in what's traditionally been a heavy-hitting game. Nicolaitis at the dot. Pizarro out there as the other forward on this penalty kill. Looks like Coronati is out there as well with Viscoso. Good to have Coronati back here after some time off the ice. We have a moment here as the benches get checked and the penalty gets put on the board. It's Viscoso taking that face-off win into the near corner. He throws that off the glass, and we'll do it all over again at the near dot here in the defensive zone for the Stars. It'll be Nicolaitis again to take this trolley. Wins it again toward Viscoso. Puck sits between his feet. He works that over to Coronati. Coronati works that around for Pizarro. Pizarro trying to get that puck out of the zone. It hits a stick, stays in the zone. Only so far, though, as Viscoso has a little bit of time, uses the glass, flips it up to the blue line. Again, not out, though, and the Rinks will come in at the top of the circle. It's Pizarro reaching for that puck, jamming it out of the zone. And Nicolaitis on the forecheck now as the Rinks reset in their own end. Rinks in the neutral zone. They're all the way in the offensive zone. Long shot comes in on Speaker. He's able to make the save. Juicy rebound in front, but no harm, no foul there for the Stars early on. 13:38 as the Stars escape their zone. They get center ice. They dump it in. 1:12 left to go on the man advantage here for the Rinks. It's the Rinks trying to work that puck out of their defensive zone. They do into the neutral zone with speed now into the offensive zone. Curling into the slot, loading up on the forehand are the Rinks. They hit a skate. Good block there by Gorloff, it looked like. And the Rinks will have to reset in the neutral zone. Rinks gain the offensive zone again. They've been driving play here in the early going as we tick just 2 minutes gone in this game thus far. It's now Stars working that puck up, not out of the zone. They hit a body. It comes in. Speaker makes the save there. Oh, it was a snap shot, but Speaker equal to the task with 13 minutes even left to go here in the first. 39 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Rinks. Now it'll be Zimmage at the near dot. He's got Gorloff behind him. Fauci out there on the wing. And the Rinks win that faceoff to the top of the circle. Bad angle shot thought about by the Rinks. Instead, they throw it in front. They hit a skate. It was Gorloff getting in the way there. Stars can't clear the zone, though. The Rinks send it all the way down to the end boards, and Schaefer gives chase in the far corner. It's the Rinks now trying to move that up to the point. They miss everyone, though, and it's going to come all the way down. And so it's gloved there by the Rinks and sent all the way out of the zone by their goalie. A nice little flick play there. as Nicolaitis all over his man. The Rinks break into the offensive zone. They're into the slot there. They shoot. They go high over the cage. Speaker aggressive at the top of the blue paint there. Able to keep that one out. Long shot comes in, hits the end boards, goes wide. The Rinks will pick it up at the near half wall. They go high to low, and they send that off the end boards after it hits a skate. Jostling now for it are 4 skaters behind the net. The Rinks will come away with it in the far corner. Penalty's over. We're back to 5-on-5 skating as Russo now joins the fray in the middle of the slot. It's the Stars working that puck up, still not out of the zone yet as it's kicked farther by the Rinks, and it will be Russo tracking back at his own blue line, able to clear the zone there. Nicolaitis with a quick stick, works that over towards Schaefer. The Rinks in the middle of a change. Schaefer breaks into the zone. Drop pass for Russo. Russo dangles around his man. Little toe drag there. Throws it in front. It's in the blue paint, still loose. Hits a body in front. Bizarro nearly able to baseball bat that one in, but it would have been a high stick. Now Bizarro on the back check, able to gum up that play. It's sent right back in by Schaefer, and the Stars can complete their change. Rinks work it up to the blue line, now in the neutral zone as the Stars finish their change. It's a 2-on-2 for the Rinks as they try and feather that through the slot. They miss everyone, and Zimmage will pick it up now in the near corner. He goes around one man. Zimmage, a one-man breakout right now. He's got Bizarro up the left wing. Zimmage gains the offensive zone. He's into the slot all alone, leaves it for Bizarro, and he shoots, he scores! Oh, my, oh, my. Zimmage to Bizarro, and it's a goal there for the Stars in the early going. It's the Croatian sensations giving the Stars a 1-goal lead. Get the Rakia out. Top shelf assist for Zimmage. 11-13 in the first here as the Rinks win that faceoff. They jam it up into the neutral zone. They find Coronati's stick, who gains the line, tries to dump in, hits a body, and it's shoveled farther there by McCarthy. But the Stars just offside, and so we'll have a face-off just outside the offensive zone for them here in the early going. Shots 3-2 in the Rinks' favor, but the Stars find the back of the net first here as the Rinks make a change right before this face-off's drop. Zimmage winning it forward. He of the fantastic assist just a moment ago. He looks into the middle. He finds Coronati. Coronati shoots just wide of the cage. That was a slapper from the high slot, just off target. Maybe looking for a deflection as that got close. And it'll be Coronati now. Long strides, tracking back to try and send that out of the zone. Bouncing puck comes all the way through the slot. Finds Viscoso. Viscoso works that up toward Nicolaitis. Alternate captain to alternate captain. And Nicolaitis tries to dump in, but just catches the stanchion by the Rinks bench. Goes out of play with 10:38 left to go here in the first. Well, some end-to-end action to kick off your Saturday afternoon right here on Midnight Sports. It'll be the Stars winning the ensuing face-off, working that up to center ice, chipped farther there by Fisher for Bizarro. Bizarro loads up. Oh, he nearly had that. Puck rolled off his stick at the last second. Schaefer with the zone keep, taps it down low to Bizarro. Bizarro now tracks back to find that at the near half wall. He finds some open ice on the near side of the rink. No Stars there just yet, as the Rinks will come away with it in the near defensive corner. They'll use the dasher to get that puck all the way to the far point. It rolls out of the zone. The Rinks have cleared, and now they dump into the offensive zone. Gorloff gives chase in his own zone. Gorloff on the backhand. He works that up towards Schaefer. Schaefer pokes it farther, not out. Shot comes in, blockered down there by Speaker. And so it'll be Bizarro threading that puck up and out of the zone thus far. Puck's going to roll to the defensive blue line for the Stars. Jammed farther by Schaefer, and it's Nicolaitis loading up, shooting in, glove down nicely by the Rinks netminder, as the sun pokes through the windows here at Abe Stark Sports Center with 9:48 left to go in the first. Now it'll be Russo, Fauci's Zimmage. Looks like Viscoso and Coronati as the defensive pair. Zimmage over the far dot. Wins this toward the slot on the backhand, but the Rinks will come away with it. They skate it out of the zone. Now all the way into the offensive zone come the Rinks. They think about a bad angle shot there. Instead, they throw it up to the near point. Now they send that all the way down to the far corner, and Coronati fires in to take the puck off his man. Puck sits at the end boards. 4 players in again on it. Coronati able to stick his man wide, and now the Rinks come away with it at the end boards. They throw it in front. Sits there in the blue paint, and it comes all the way up to the high slot, and now it's thrown in just a little bit farther out of the air. It'll be Zimmage taking the pass from Viscoso, breaking into the offensive zone. Fauci sends a long shot in. It's sticked up there by the Rinks netminder, and Russo now throws it into the slot. Fauci tries to pull it out of the air. It goes off his glove. The Rinks will come away with it. The Rinx now through the neutral zone, breaking into the offensive zone, pushed wide, can't pull the trigger. Coronati did a wonderful job in his return on pushing his man wide there, and so it'll be Viscoso picking it up. Russo delays, allows him to go past. Viscoso gains the line and dumps in. Russo knew he had to make a change, and Viscoso did the rest. It's the Rinx picking the puck up at their own net. They thread that up to their blue line, but it hits a skate, and McCarthy tries to thread the needle back to his teammate. Instead, the Rinx come away with it. The Rinx now into the high slot. Puck rolls off a stick, and it's Gorloff pushing his man wide. Nikolaitis in for support, separates his man from the puck momentarily. The Rinx come away with it, though, at the near half wall, and they send it in deep again. Rinx in the near corner, still trying to work that puck up high and find some ice. Not much breathing room out there right now. As the Rinx throw it in front, they try to dram it home. Instead, though, a wonderful stick there by Gorloff and Nikolaitis. Keep that puck out. It's now McCarthy breaking into the offensive zone. He's right in front of the Zamboni doors over there as the Rinx try to come away with it. Nikolaitis lifts the stick of his man, and Schulman now pours in, trying to work that back down. Schulman throws that in front. Good stick by the Rinx defenders this time as they'll break out of their zone. It's a 2-on-2, now a 3-on-2 for the Rinx as they come all the way in the offensive zone. Gorloff able to throw that puck to the near corner. Now comes toward the blue paint, but it's Nikolaitis working that up for McCarthy. McCarthy on the puck, breaks out of his zone. Stars will make a change as McCarthy throws that in. It hits the body, and the Stars will have to be quick here getting back out on the ice. They are. Pizarro forces a pass. Fisher picks it up. The Rinx will have to track back between their circles. Ooh, Fisher nearly scored on a nice stick deflection there as the Rinx were going point to point, and it hit his stick, which he pushed forward toward the goal. 7:22 left to go here in the first as the Rinx break through the neutral zone. They can't dump it in, though, as Coronati gets in the way, and it's dumped farther by the Stars, but without possession. Now the Stars break into the offensive zone. It's again Zimmich. He loads up, shoots wide of the cage. The Rinx look to pick it up at the far half wall. They jam it out of the zone, do the Rinx. Pizarro goes for that puck with Coronati. Pizarro ends up with it. Nice back check, sees the puck roll off his stick, and now the Rinx try and track back in the neutral zone to pick up the puck. Instead, it's Nico Viscoso coming away with it. Viscoso has it, works it up toward Coronati. Puck rolls, though, just a bit too far, and the Rinx will jam it the other way. Icing already waved here as Viscoso goes to pick the puck up. He's on the backhand. Can't do much other than thread it up toward the far half wall. And now some heavy hitting as the puck players try and move this out of the zone. They do. Pizarro slaps that farther toward Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis has a 1-on-2. He does enough, though, in the offensive zone to allow the Stars to complete their change. It's the Stars breaking right back in now through Russo. Leaves it for Nikolaitis in the neutral zone. Nikolaitis has Fauci to his right. He dumps on in, and Russo will give chase on the far side. He sniffed out that goaltender play, did Russo. Nearly had the puck onto his forehand. Instead, though, Rinx able to get that out of the zone. 6:07 left to play here in the first as Schaefer works that puck up, but not out of trouble just yet are the Stars. Loading up are the Rinx, trying to shoot in. That puck, though, with a late stick lift, never made it to the net. It's Gorloff on the puck now, working that up softly toward Fauci. Just a bit too far for him as the Rinx track back to their blue line. They'll go point to point there. Can't quite handle the puck on the first try, but they get another shot at it. Fauci's got some tenacious forecheck out there right now. The Rinx still haven't been able to break out of their zone. It's Schaefer keeping the zone now. Schaefer throws that in. It hits a body, never makes it to the net, and it's Russo. It looked like he was keeping the zone there. The official right by the blue line had signaled that it stayed in the zone, but the official on the far side of the ice saw it leave the zone, and so it's an offside with 5:32 left to go here in the first period. Shots at 3 apiece. And it'll be Zimmich to take this draw. He's got Schulman to his right, McCarthy to his left. It's Coronati and Viscoso as the defenders out there right now. Puck rolls across center ice, and it's Coronati cutting out the threat, leaving it for McCarthy, who's got Zimmich on a 2-on-2. McCarthy tries to curl into the slot there, but Coronati will pick up that puck at the blue line and smartly skate it to some safe place in the neutral zone. Puck now comes into the Stars zone. Coronati tries to go in. Around the net there, rolled on him slightly. Speaker did the rest, though, sticking that aside. Viscoso then picked it up, and the puck now worked up to the Stars. It's McCarthy on a mini break. McCarthy in all alone. He shoots. A wonderful save there by the Rinx goaltender. Keeps this a 1-goal game. 4:56 left to go here in the first period. It's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Now it'll be Fisher, Nikolaitis, and Pizarro out there as the 3 forwards. And it'll be Schaefer and Gorloff as the defensive pairing. Stars win that faceoff up to the near point, and then the Rinks rack that around to the reverse side. Bizarro able to lift the stick of his man. Schaefer tries to work it farther. Rolling puck now comes to Bizarro. Bizarro looks for Fisher, pulls his head up, tries to get the shot off, and then the ensuing shot by Nicolaitis hits the side of the cage. It'll be the Rinks emerging with that, dumping that all the way in once they gain the line, and Schaefer all the way on the puck in the far corner. He's able to nicely reverse over for Gorloff. Buy him some open ice, and the Stars get that puck out of their zone. 4:26 left to go here, as some of the Rinks fans getting impatient for shots on goal. Rolling puck, though, comes over to the circle, thrown in, on speaker, but it goes over his shoulder and over the cage. Puck still in the offensive zone here, whipped farther by the Rinks. Schaefer able to separate his man from the puck, and then Gorloff takes a heavy hit but works the puck over to Bizarro. Nice backhand saucer, finds Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis has Fisher up the right wing. Nicolaitis loads up, shoots in, saved nicely by the Rinks goaltender. The Rinks try to pull that puck out of the zone. They do. It's the Rinks right back the other way. It's a 2-on-3 for the Rinks. Now a 3-on-3. The Rinks with some room. They shoot. A deflection, though, takes that puck up and out of play with 3:42 left to go here in the first period. Well, if you like end-to-end action, this is the game for you. The scoreboard might not show it, but both teams skating their hearts out here early on in this LIAHL Q game. Face-off won by Zimmage. Stars control in their own end. Working that puck up toward Russo are the Stars. Russo has it, leaves it there for Fauci. Fauci skates that down, tries to dump it in deeper, leaves it then for Russo. Russo on the backhand, has Zimmage in front, tries the tight angle shot, hops over the net, does the puck, and now Zimmage tries to track it down in the near corner. He dumps it down deeper for Russo. Russo on the backhand, working that puck up. Fauci dumps it just a bit deeper. He's able to get that over to Zimmage. Zimmage goes between two Rinks men and now loads up in the slot. It's tapped off his stick at the last second. And if the Rinks hurry, they've got a 2-on-2 the other way. Rinks all the way in the offensive zone. Viscoso pushes his man off the puck, picks up the puck in the near corner and takes a heavy hit for his trouble. He goes skate to stick and then takes his man out of the play, but the Rinks emerge with it. The Rinks throwing that in. Speaker kicks that aside as it was a pass into the blue paint, and Zimmage emerges with it. He's got Fauci and Russo ahead of him. Zimmage crosses the line. Into the offensive zone comes Zimmage. Drops it there for Russo, dumps it right back in towards Zimmage, just a little bit out of his reach, and Zimmage picks it up at the near half wall. Zimmage now skating circles out there as Fauci will pick it up in the near corner and try and dump it deeper there. He had two Rinks men on him, so Zimmage in for support. Schaefer now over at the far half wall, keeps the zone, tries to dump it deeper. Two Rinks men on him as the puck hits a body and then eventually clears the zone. Gorloff back with 2:24 left to go here in the first. Works that up toward Schulman. Schulman sends a long shot in just to dump in there so that the Stars can complete their change, but it happened to be on target. Rinks able to get that puck up to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Nicolaitis tries to thread a pass in to the back post. It hits a body, and the Rinks come away with it at the far circle. They use the glass to get that bouncing puck out of the zone. Gorloff again at his own blue line, able to control that puck and work it up. Rinks nearly take a too many men on the ice penalty there, but they avoid it. Shot goes just wide from Schulman. It'll be McCarthy picking up the rebound, dumping that in deeper. Nicolaitis fires in at the end boards. Nicolaitis curls around his man, works it over toward Schulman. Tight angle shot doesn't come off the stick, and the Rinks will emerge with it coming the other way. Rinks have some speed. Gorloff takes his man out there, and it's Schaefer picking up the puck in the near defensive corner. He's got a Rinks man all over him, does Schaefer. But enough support from the Stars comes to at least work it to the top of the zone. Dumped in deeper now by the Rinks. Schaefer there works that puck up past the blue line with a little help from Nicolaitis. It'll be Bizarro now tracking that puck down. We get an arm raise, though, for icing with 1:20 left to go in the first period. Well, folks, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. If you're on your couch and you've got youth hockey, it's Midnight Sports. It'll be Zimmage at the far dot to take this draw. Bizarro breaks forward in case there could be a breakaway there. Instead, Coronati for Viscoso. Viscoso uses the boards to work that up to the near point. Not out just yet. Viscoso will have to turn. He's got Coronati back for support. Instead, reverses to himself, does Viscoso. Uses the boards to work that up to the point again. Shot comes in, hits a body, goes well wide of the cage. Just 60 seconds left to go here in the first period as the puck's chopped up to the top of the circle. Not out. Shot comes in, hits a body again. Zimmage with another block out there. Coronati pushes his man into the boards. They both fall now as the puck sits under a body. Firing in is Bizarro, curling back to take that puck off his man and escaping the zone. It's Bizarro now. He's got Fisher just behind him. Bizarro shoots in, goes just wide. Looked like a self-pass almost off the end boards. Chopped deeper by Fisher. Zimmage will pick it up at the far corner. Zimmage dumps that puck in just a bit deeper, and the Rinks trying to get out of the zone here. Instead, it'll be Fisher in the near corner, keeping the zone and dumping it in deeper. It's Bizarro now on the puck. He does the same. Over toward... It's Zimmage looking for Fisher. Hits the back of the cage. Zimmage still has the puck, though, at the near half wall. Still controls there. Leaves it for Gorloff. Tries to dump it in deeper again. And there's two Rinks men in the way, and they're going to be able to pass this diagonally out of the zone. It's a 2-on-1 developing for the Rinks. There's 5 seconds left in the period here. They shoot Speaker with the save, and that'll do it for period 1 after the 2-on-1. There's the buzzer here from Abe Stark. Stick around. We're going to put 15 minutes on the board. Do it all over again. Right after this, it's Midnight Sports.
Hockey fans, Halloween is just around the corner, and you know what that means. Bad puns! They'll be everywhere, and there's nothing you can do about those puns. Lean into it, and don't be a jerk-o'-lantern. Just remember, if you can't get into the spirit, what goes around comes around. And if that's not your style, hold tight for the terrible double entendres, like a monster calling someone a skelebone, or a ghost's favorite day of the week being Moan Day. Don't forget that it's Dad Joke Central too, with cemeteries being so popular that people are just dying to get in, and a scarecrow winning an award for being outstanding in its field. It's Halloween puns. Give 'em pumpkin to talk about.
Well, we're back. Quick start to that second period, and it is already 1-1. The Rinks scored just 7 seconds into that puppy, and so we've got a tie hockey game here. Rinks broke out of their huddle and played very quickly, and now they're right back into the offensive zone are the Rinks. Shulman sees his man go wide. Puck comes up to the near point. Shot in, hits a couple of bodies, and the ensuing shot does the same. Speaker kicks that shot out, and now the Rinks with the follow-up shot. Speaker with the save. It's Shulman now working to get this puck out of the zone. Puck sits at the far half wall. Rinks able to keep the zone. Puck sits in front of the Zamboni doors now as the Rinks keep the zone. They dump it in just a bit deeper. Gorloff working desperately to get the puck out. Schaefer watching his man net front. Rinks able to curl in the near corner. They throw it rink wide, and they'll pick it up at the near half wall, will the Rinks. Puck comes up to the blue line. It's sent wide there. Shot comes in. Speaker unable to keep that puck from leaking in as it went from the near circle, or near point, to the far circle, and that puck just trickled in there at the last second. And so 57 seconds into this second period, it's now Rinks 2, Stars 1. Well, the Rinks fans impatient no longer as the Stars win the ensuing faceoff. Working that puck in is Viscoso, jammed right out there by the Rinks. Now Fauci on the puck, jamming it deeper. It will be Nicolaitis picking that puck up, looking for Russo. That puck hits a couple of bodies and goes wide of the cage. It's now the Rinks getting that puck up and out of the zone. It's going to go through the legs of the Stars defenseman, and they'll track back now as Coronati has Viscoso for support. Coronati able to work that puck over to the opposite side of the ice, and it'll be Russo firing in on that puck. Instead, though, the Rink's able to jam it just a bit farther. Fauci with control at the near half wall. Works that puck up nicely for Russo. It's a 2-on-2. Russo and Nikolaitis breaking in the offensive zone. Russo pushed just wide. Tries to drop that down toward Nikolaitis. Instead, though, puck gets out of the zone, and it'll be Coronati there trying to work that up toward Russo. Just misses his stick. This should go for an icing, but it's waved. Waved at the last second there, despite the trail official's arm being up. And now it'll be the Rinx breaking out of their zone into the offensive zone. And the puck sits in the high slot. A good stick work there by Coronati as Zimmage takes that puck and tries to work it up through center ice. It's the Rinx pouring right back into the offensive zone. They send that puck softly to the near corner. And now it's Coronati watching his man in the near corner. Two Rinx men throw that toward the blue paint. It's just sticked aside by Speaker, and Viscoso picks up the puck. Viscoso on the puck, skating hard up the right wing. He's got Pizarro breaking in the offensive zone. His stick gets lifted, though, and the Rinx will take over. It's the Rinx in their own zone, but it rolls momentarily to Viscoso, and the clear hits Zimmage. Zimmage on the puck in the near corner, works that puck over toward Pizarro. It's going to roll all the way up to pinching Viscoso. He's able to keep the zone momentarily, and then the puck is jammed out by the Rinx. 12:15 left to play here in the second. The Rinx load up in the slot. That puck goes well high over the cage, and it's touched farther by the Stars. It's Pizarro with Zimmage in a 2-on-2. He finds Zimmage in the slot. Zimmage now has the puck roll just off his stick and will track it down in the far corner. Two Rinx men on him. It's the Stars trying to keep this puck in the zone. Instead, it looks like the Rinx will break out here, at least as far as the top of the circle, and now into the neutral zone. And so now it's Farrow for Leshner working that puck up into the neutral zone. Pizarro touches it farther, and the Stars will make a change here as Fisher stays out to try and gum up any offensive breakout. Three new forwards nearly there for the Stars. Fisher still out. He's got McCarthy as well. Puck worked up through the neutral zone. Finds McCarthy. Nice pass, and he finds a trailing Fisher. Fisher shoots just wide of the cage, and it'll be Nikolaitis now working that puck down toward McCarthy. Working that puck a little bit farther up. It's Leshner at the near point. Works the puck down just a bit, and now it's Fisher all over his man, and the Rinx will just have to dump in. Puck rolls to Farrow. Farrow picks it up in his own end, touches that up toward McCarthy, who jams it to some open ice and out of the zone. The Rinx will have to clear the offensive zone. They do. Leshner picks up the far circle puck and works that over for Farrow. Farrow works that into the neutral zone, but without possession. And now it's McCarthy with a nice pass cutout and sends that deeper into the zone. It's Schulman in the offensive zone looking toward the blue paint. It's punched out by the Rinx. Ensuing shot hits a body. 10:39 left to go as Leshner able to shovel that puck deeper into the zone. Nikolaitis trying to separate his man from the puck. The Rinx send that off a stanchion, though, and they're going to break out of the zone this way are the Rinx. It's a 2-on-1. Now a 3-on-2 for the Rinx. They load up at the far point. They shoot in. Speaker able to just stick that up into the netting. Buy himself a face-off in the defensive zone. 10:22 left to play here in the second period. Well, it's going to be a drop at the far circle. Gorloff, Schaefer, Russo, Pizarro as the five skaters for the Stars. Rinks come in. They shoot in. It goes wide of the cage there. And Pizarro will pick it up at the near half wall, now the near corner. He reverses over toward Gorloff. Gorloff gets handcuffed a bit, and the Stars will come in for support. It's Fauci now working that puck farther for Russo. Russo leaves for Fauci. Fauci breaks out of the zone. He finds Pizarro on the weak side of the ice. It's Pizarro trying to get that puck to settle down and shoot on in. Sticked aside by the Rinx netminder. And now it'll be Russo dumping that puck toward Pizarro. Pizarro leaves that in the blue paint. Nearly touched home by the Stars. Instead, it's Russo curling for the puck. Fauci has it, throws it through the blue paint there, and Pizarro load up. He shoots. Deflection goes high of the cage. Fauci tries to settle that puck down. It's touched by a Rinx man, so there'll be no hand pass called as the Rinx at the near half wall try and work that puck out of the zone. Some good pressure here by the Stars after the two quick goals by the Rinx to open this second frame. 9:27 left to go here in the second as Fauci loads up and dumps in at the far point. It's McCarthy giving chase in the near corner. Schulman pinches in to grab that puck and throw it toward the slot. Rinks in the way there, though, as they skate at their own end boards and then use the boards to get that up, but not out. It's McCarthy now on the puck, leaves for Schulman. Schulman tries to dance around and send that puck up to the near point. Stars need to be careful not to take too many men on the ice penalty there as they were making a change at the same time, but instead it's going to be a break the other way. The Rink's in there, they shoot. Oh, and they're able to send that puck after a deke into the back of the net. And so, just like that, it's Rinks 3, Stars 1, 8:52 left to go here in the second period. Well, the Rinks were able to settle that rolling puck at the last second there and move around an aggressive Speaker as the last move. And so they find the back of the net. 3 unanswered goals here for the Rinks give them a 2-goal lead. It's now Zimmich firing into the offensive zone. Stars will have to reset in the neutral zone. It's now Coronati picking up the puck in his own end, trying to move that over toward Viscoso. Viscoso races his man to the puck. They meet there at the same time. Now the puck in the far corner. Viscoso taps it farther. He's got Schulman in front. Tries to get that puck out of the zone. Instead, it's into the slot. And so 8:15 left to go here in the second period. And it'll be the Rinks picking the puck up in their own end and working that through their zone into the neutral zone. It's a 3-on-2 developing here for the Rinks. Viscoso and Coronati back. The Rinks load up on the forehand. They send that wide of the cage. And now they pick up the puck at the far half wall. Goes all the way to the end boards, does the puck. Coronati touches that farther up to the near half wall. And it'll be McCarthy with the puck, leaving it for Zimmich. Zimmich skates into the offensive zone. He's at the top of the slot, now the far circle. He goes around his man and sends that to the near side of the ice. The Stars were making a change, so Zimmich was just trying to find as much time out there as he could as the Stars made a change. Big hit there by Farrow. We're going to get a call, though, on him as Fisher touches up, and it's going to be a trip. Well, that's a rough call there on Farrow, given that he made the hit. His man just happened to fall backward, but so with 7:31 left to go here in the second period, we are 1 second away from being exactly halfway through this game. It's the Rinks 3, Stars 1. And now the Rinks down 2 goals, the Stars down 2 goals and down a man for the next 2 minutes here on the tripping call. It'll be Nicolaitis at the dot, waiting here for the scoreboard to show the 2 minutes for the Stars penalty. And so we'll have just a bit of a delay here as that 2 minutes gets put up on the board. Well, don't forget to join us tomorrow, 4:45 p.m. from E.J. Murray Memorial Ice Rink in Yonkers, New York, as the Stars head up to take on the South Westchester Blackhawks. Ensuing faceoff won there by Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis has the puck at the near half wall, trying to work that out of the zone. 2 Stars players now in, 2 Rinks players in. The Rinks emerge with it. They throw it toward the blue paint, but it'll be Schaefer with the puck. He works that up toward Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis works that puck in deeper on the kill. 1:48 left to go on the man advantage for the Rinks. It's Russo now firing in, trying to hold the offensive zone. And the Rinks emerge with the puck and come all the way into the offensive zone. Do the Rinks. Speaker able to shut that down between the pads. And he's able to stop that puck with maybe 2 inches to go before it would have reached the end line. And so with 7 minutes even, it's a defensive zone draw here for the Stars. It'll be Russo, Gorloff, Schaefer, Nicolaitis out there as the penalty killers. 1:36 left to go. The man advantage. Shot comes in, goes wide of the cage. A face-off win and an immediate shot. Rinks nearly put one past again there. Stars need to clear the zone here. Instead, the Rinks working this puck wide all the way up to the far point. Rinks set up a wrister there. Instead, work it down deeper. Curling in are the Rinks. Nicolaitis with a quick stick as Speaker was getting over to that far post. Nicolaitis cut out that circle-to-circle threat, and Russo pushes the puck out of the zone. A good clear by him. Nicolaitis on the forecheck, stops on a dime, forces a cross-ice pass. The Rinks will break into the offensive zone now. At the top of the circle, into the slot are the Rinks, and that rolling puck settled by them. And now at the very top of the slot, they work that down to the near corner. Rinks now trying to go across the ice. Bouncing puck, evades all sticks, hits the boards, finds a Rinks stick, though, as it comes in toward the blue paint. Hits a body there. Some clever work by Gorloff. Sees that puck exit the zone. 40 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Rinks. Nicolaitis gets in the way of that puck, jams it farther, nearly had a mini break. Instead, though, it's the Rinks coming the other way. Bizarro all over the puck there, forces an early pass. The Rinks break into the offensive zone. The Rinks now at the near circle. They throw one in, nearly touched home as Speaker had to sell out for the shot, and the pass came all the way across the top of the blue paint. It's the Rinks now trying to work that puck somewhere with some open ice. Puck rolls to Gorloff. Gorloff on the forehand, able to use the boards, get that puck all the way out of the zone. And because the Rinks man was so close at the near point, icing was waved. Didn't cross the end line anyway. Fauci in on the forecheck. Pizarro at the near half wall, able to work that toward Fauci, and it's touched just past his reach. And then he takes a heavy hit into the boards. No arm raised there as we play on. It'll be the Stars through Pizarro picking the puck up. It's 5-on-5 hockey now. Pizarro tries to leave that puck toward Fauci, and the Rinks get there first, but Pizarro picks it up at the end boards. He's got Fisher in front of the net. Pizarro tries a wraparound, nearly scores. Rolling puck comes into the blue paint again, and it'll be Fauci picking the puck up, then sending it down a little bit deeper. Nearly touched home there by Fauci. Straight into the leg pads, though, of a quick-minded Rinks goaltender, and so we play on. 4:47 left to go here as Pizarro again picks up the puck. Fauci curls into the zone. Pizarro on the backhand, looks across the ice. He takes a hook on the hands. He's going to drive by, whatever you want to call it. A penalty here with 4:38 left to go in the second. It'll be the Rinks to the box for the first time today. And the Stars down 2 goals, but about to be up a man. Well, the Stars down 2. But if they're looking to cut this lead in half, certainly being up a man for the next 2 minutes would be the way to go. Face-off won by the Stars. Puck comes up to Schulman in the slot. He shoots, hits a body. It's deflected wide. The Rinks look to pick it up at the near circle. They send that puck up and out of the zone. It's going to roll to a Rinks man here. A little bit of a mini break for the Rinks. They shoot in, and they go over the shoulder of Speaker, and they're able to score a shorthanded goal. And that makes this a 4-1 hockey game with 4:25 left to play in the second period. Well, it'll be Nicolaitis to take the ensuing draw. He's got Pizarro, and looks to be Zimmage out there with him, as well as McCarthy and Coronati. Puck comes over to McCarthy on the face-off win. He finds Coronati, who sends that point to point, and McCarthy picks it up again in his own zone. 1:35 left to go here on the man advantage for the Stars as they look to get their bearings in the neutral zone. Aggressive forecheck, though, by the Rinks. Sees them dump that puck into the offensive zone, and the Stars will have to track back. 4 minutes left to play here in the middle frame. It's Zimmage picking the puck up. He's going to skate that out and take a heavy hit. It's going to be a penalty here. Nicolaitis shoots in. That puck spilled. Ensuing shot spilled just a bit wide, and now it's touched up by the Rinks. And so it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 10 seconds here for the Stars after that big hit right in front of the scorer's table by the Rinks. Shots officially 9-9. It seems like that perhaps could be a bit of an undercount here as the Rinks have truly driven play 27 minutes into this one. Well, the Stars win that face-off through Fauci over toward Viscoso. Viscoso for Coronati. Coronati back to Viscoso. Dumped in deeper there. It'll be Fauci on the puck at the end boards, working that up toward Viscoso. Rinks there first. Viscoso leans on his man. Puck comes out toward Russo. He tries to find some space. Comes up to Viscoso. He hits the crossbar. It was all iron on that shot. And now it'll be the Stars trying to get that puck deeper. The Rinks, though, emerge with it in this 5-on-3. They gain the line. They dump in. The Rinks now tracking that puck down, trying to shoot that in. Instead, it hits the side of the cage. Maybe Speaker's stick. We're going to get a call here, though, for interference as the Stars will go to the box. And so it'll be Viscoso to the box for interference. And the 5-on-3 is over for the Stars. 3:12 left to go here in the second period. And a defensive zone draw. It's 4-on-3 hockey. The Stars still up a man here for the next 34 seconds. And then it'll go back to 4-on-4 for about 50 seconds or so. Defensive zone draw here. It'll be McCarthy, Pizarro, Schaefer, Gorloff out there as the 4 skaters for the men in white. Just waiting for the penalty to be put on the board here, and then we'll get rolling again. Looks like it'll be McCarthy, the captain at the far dot for this one. Penalties put on the board. And we're ready to roll. That puck won by McCarthy. Sends that over to Bizarro. A lot of ice out there with this 4-on-3 play right now. Bizarro able to curl into the zone. He finds McCarthy. McCarthy loads up on the forehand, and it's saved there by the Rinx goaltender. Puck sits at the end boards, and now McCarthy tries to send that puck up toward the blue paint. The Rinx upset about how that puck was played, and they're unable to pick up the stick. It's 4-on-3, but really a 4-on-2.5, and now the puck is cleared out of the zone, and the Rinx man will be able to pick up his stick. It's Schaefer working that up toward McCarthy, just out of his reach, though, after he touched it, and we're back to 4-on-4 hockey as the Rinx look to break forward into the offensive zone. The Rinx are there. They shoot. Speaker able to make the save. And now it'll be the Stars coming the other way. Stars all the way into the offensive zone. It'll be Bizarro now on the puck. Bizarro curls around his man, dances around a big hit there. And it'll be the Stars throwing that in on net. Hits the side post. It looks like it's being called not in. Interesting. That puck might have trickled, but the official saw it all the way, he says, and it was not in. So with 2:06 left to play here in the second period, and another 18 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. As Russo wins that face-off back, shot thrown in, sits in the slot, shot, score! That's Russo, able to send that up and over the shoulder of the Rinx netminder and quiet this Rinx crowd momentarily. 2:01 left to go here in the second period as the Stars push back and cut this to a 2-goal deficit. Still 12 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4 hockey. It's interesting, though, they've got 5 skaters out there, do the Rinx, as the Stars reminding the officials that it's 4-on-4 hockey still. Good catch there by Russo, reminding the officials that when it's even play, it's 4-on-4 still. Well, some jesting going on from the crowd toward their own players here. Get on back into the penalty box for at least another 12 seconds. All right, we've got it all figured out. The Rinx win the ensuing faceoff, and so it will be the Stars tracking back in their own zone to pick up the puck. They're about to go on the penalty kill, and that penalty kill is going to last about 36 seconds. It's Nikolaitis steaming forward with the puck into the offensive zone. Loads up, shoots. It's just gloved down there by the Rinx goaltender. And Nikolaitis does well to buy an offensive zone draw as the Stars are down a man for 31 more seconds. 1:43 left to play here in the second period. Now Nikolaitis at the near dot to take this draw. He's got Leshner and Farrow behind him, Russo to his right. Nikolaitis just happy to gum up as much of this power play as he can for the Rinx. He wins that face-off forward, the Rinx control. They're at the far circle, and they break out of their zone, do the Rinx. It's a 2-on-2 the other way. Leshner able to get his stick in the way of his man, and then Nikolaitis cleans up the loose change. Russo with a nice stick lift gets that puck out of the zone. Puck thrown up into the roof. No whistle. Now we get one with just 10 seconds left to go on the man advantage. It's going to be a face-off in the offensive zone here for the Stars. Always wondered what the call there might be when the puck hits the roof. Well, if you did wonder, now you know. It's a defensive zone draw if you're the player who puts it up into the roof here at Abe Stark Sports Center. It'll be Zimmage at the far dot. He's got McCarthy to his left, Farrow and Leshner behind him. Leshner loads up and then smartly plays that puck in deep, given that the Stars are on the penalty kill. It'll be Farrow pinching in to keep the zone. He finds McCarthy. McCarthy on the forehand, blind shot in, hits a skate, goes wide. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as McCarthy finds the puck at the far point. He's able to hold the zone and then send that puck in just a little bit deeper. Waiting for it there, Zimmage. Zimmage goes around his man, takes a heavy hit. No call coming, though, as Zimmage had the puck on his stick, and now the Stars bench up in arms at the lack of call. They're right in front of their bench. Rinx work that puck up out of the zone, and the Stars will track back in the neutral zone to find it. Instead, the Rinx able to send that into the offensive zone. It's a 2-on-1 for the Rinx. They send that over, and Speaker gets post to post. The shot goes wide. It's now McCarthy trying to work that puck up out of the zone. The Rinx able to keep the zone at least momentarily. It's Farrow on the puck. He finds some open ice for Zimmage. Zimmage streaking up the right wing. He's got 3 Rinx men on him, looking to size him up. Zimmage able, though, to get the puck into the offensive zone, and now we have a stoppage with 19 seconds left to go as a Rinx player hurt behind the play there. And so, he's able to skate off under his own power toward his bench, which you like to see. Obviously, the player's safety, most important thing. Good to have a whistle, even if you're a Stars fan. Broke up an offensive move there for the Stars, but certainly these officials would call that both ways if a Stars player were injured. And so you like to see that early whistle, and that's what it was. Ensuing faceoff, won by Nikolaitis. Stars have the puck at the near point. It's through Viscoso, shooting in, hits a body in front. It's loose in front, still loose, goes just wide of the cage, does that puck. It was rolling, nearly touched home by the Stars. Instead, 5 seconds left to play, and that puck's sent out of the zone. Viscoso does enough to keep that puck from becoming a problem for the Stars, and there goes the buzzer for period 2. We're going to put 15 minutes on the board one more time. It's the Rinx 4, Stars 2 here at Abe Stark Sports Center. Stick around. We'll be right back after this on Midnight Sports. All right, we're back for period 3 here. It'll be Zimmage to take the draw. He's got Shulman and McCarthy out there as forwards with him. Coronati and Viscoso as the defenders. Won by the Rinx, but not safely just yet as Zimmage tracks that puck down at the blue line. Can't jam it farther, and the Rinx come right back the other way. The Rinx trying to get a shot on goal. It's going to come in on Speaker. Bobbling puck goes to the end boards after he makes the initial save. Now it'll be Shulman picking the puck up at the near half wall. He jams it out of the zone. Icing waved as a Rinx man touched it at the near point here. Rinx netminder out of the cage, try and settle that puck down. Zimmage to it first, though. Zimmage has Shulman in front. Gets handcuffed just slightly by the pass. It's going to come all the way up to Coronati. Coronati loads up. It's blockered up into the netting there by the Rinx goaltender. And so with 14:25 left to play here in the third period, it's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. And it'll be Fisher, Nikolaitis, Pizarro out there as the forwards, Gorloff and Schaefer as the defensive pairing. Puck won forward by the Stars without possession. Rinx work it over to the weak side in the near corner here as Fisher fires in on the forecheck. Rinx come away with it at the near point. Gorloff able to keep the zone, but without possession. Rinx track back between the circles. Pizarro on the forecheck forces a pass, and now Schaefer tracks it down at his own blue line. Goes point to point for curling Gorloff, and that puck comes off Fisher's stick. He leaves it for Pizarro. Pizarro pours into the offensive zone. He's on a tight angle there. He tries to bank it off the shoulder. Nearly does, as that puck was a high stick, and the Rinx touched that up. And so Nikolaitis now has the puck. Gorloff creeps in. Nikolaitis shoots, and no rebound coming there from the Rinx goaltender with 13:48 left to go here in the third period. It's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. It'll be Nikolaitis at the far dot. Got Bizarro to his left, Fisher in the slot, wins it over toward Bizarro. Bizarro tries to thread that pass to Gorloff. Quick stick by the Rinks, gets in the way. Gorloff tracks all the way back into his zone, keeps his balance, not pushed off the puck as he works it up strong side here, and the puck eventually rolls back to Gorloff, in the defensive slot. Finds Bizarro, tries to tap that up to Fisher. He does. Fisher dumps in, hits a stick, and now the Rinks get that out of their zone, but it's Bizarro coming right back into the zone on the forehand. He's going to take that out of the zone so the Stars can set right back up. It's Gorloff for Schaefer. Schaefer gains the line, dumps on in, and the Stars can make a change here. Puck stays out there for the Rinks behind their net. Rinks now load up a breakout play. Fauci, shot out of a cannon on the forecheck. It'll be the Stars going point to point through Leshner, working that puck up. Just past Russo's stick. Zimmage out there on the puck in the near corner. Rinks able to thread that up to the near half wall, but no farther as Russo dumps back in. It's Fauci all the way over to the near corner. He stands his man up. Puck rolls toward the blue paint. It's taken there by Zimmage. Comes all the way up to the slot. Leshner fires in. He loads up. Deflected shot. Comes over toward Fauci. He finds the back of the net. Does Fauci on the rebound. It's Leshner to Fauci, and that's a goal. 12:40 left to go here in the third period. The Stars cut this lead in half. It's Rinks 4, Stars 3. Well, that's certainly what the Stars needed to start this one off. Get some shots on goal, some loose change in front. And Fauci was the man in the money spot there. Was able to tuck that one home high on the wrister. And so it'll be Nikolaitis on the ensuing draw. Wins that over toward McCarthy. McCarthy into the offensive zone, going around his man at the end line, looking in front. Puck rolls all the way up to Viscoso. Viscoso loads up, hits a shin pad, and that one goes wide. We're going to get a stoppage in play here, though. And we'll see who's going to the box. Or it looks like maybe no one's going to the box here. Maybe the net came off its moorings there as the Stars were pushed into it going around, and so just a face-off outside the zone. Rinks come away with that face-off in the neutral zone. They'll shovel it in on the backhand, and Viscoso will turn for the puck. He's got Coronati back there, sends it over toward him, rolls off his stick, and now the puck comes into the slot. Settled there by the Rinks, dumped farther. It's Coronati picking it up in the far corner. Coronati reverses to himself, gets on the forehand, then sends that puck up toward McCarthy. Nearly has a streaking Nikolaitis breaking through the neutral zone. Stars will have to reset here as the Rinks come away with it in a 3-on-2. They load up, do the Rinks, trying to get on the forehand and send a shot towards Speaker. The Rinks dump that puck in deeper. It's the Rinks behind the net, throwing that toward the net front, but it's Viscoso getting his stick in the way as the rolling puck comes to the side of the cage. And now the Stars trying to jam that puck out of the zone. They do with 11:40 left to go here in this game. It's the Rinks loading back up in the neutral zone. They touch it farther toward Viscoso. Viscoso finds Nikolaitis. McCarthy settles that puck, sends it toward Bizarro. Bizarro through the legs toward a Stars player there. It was Nikolaitis he found, but he couldn't quite get past the two Rinks men in his way, and now the Rinks come the other way. Rinks into the offensive zone. They send a backhander wide of the cage, and it'll be Schaefer trying to pick it up in the near corner. He's taken out of the play there, but he does enough to get it toward Fisher, who finds Bizarro. Bizarro with some ice in front of him. He goes skate to stick there and tries to send that puck farther. Boy, some big-time hits nearly being laid out there as that puck racked all the way around the boards, and the Rinks able to set up in their own zone and thread that puck out. It's now the Rinks at the top of the slot. They work it over to the nearer circle. They shoot in on Speaker, and that puck under the pads. That first one bothered him a little bit. He keeps looking behind, but that puck gets caught in the pads there. And so, with 10:50 left to go, it's a save there by Speaker. And it's a defensive zone draw at the near circle. It's now Fisher trying to get that face-off win out of the zone. He's got two Rinksmen all over him, though, and the Rinks able to jam that just a bit farther. Gorloff tracks back at the end boards. It goes around two Rinksmen. He's on the forehand, is Gorloff. He sends that to some open ice. Bizarro nearly takes that in a twirling, twisting fashion, but he's able to keep the puck in the zone at least momentarily, and the Stars will dump that back in. No offside called there. Could have been, but instead we play on, and the Rinks dump in. They've got a man streaking toward the slot. Fortunately for the Stars, Gorloff there first. The Rinks load up. Speaker blockers that up and over the cage. And we play on. Puck now comes to the near point. It comes in. Speaker makes the initial save. And Gorloff sweeps away that loose change. And now it's Bizarro. It's a 3-on-2 here for the Stars. But they've got to hurry. It turns into a 3-on-3. Puck rolls to Zimmage. He loads up. It's saved there by the Rinks goaltender. And we continue to play here, as it'll be Leschner on the puck in his own end. Leschner works that over toward Schaefer. Schaefer on the puck now as he sends it nearly out of the zone. The Rinks will come away with it, though, in the slot. The Rinks with some time and space now at the far circle. They load up there. They shoot in. It hits a body in front, goes well wide. 9:38 left to go in this game as the puck does leave the zone, and the Stars can make a change now as the Rinks track it down in their own zone. Rinks on the circles there. Some heavy hitting as they go flying, but they break into the offensive zone, do the Rinks. They're again loading up at the top of the circle. Speaker able to stick that one aside, and now we get a call here. It looks like perhaps just a injury whistle there as a Rinks player was slow to the bench. No official yet coming toward the scorekeeper, and so it's going to be a face-off just outside the Stars zone as the officials wanted time for the Rinks player to clear the ice. Face-off won there by the Stars. Russo ties his man up. Leschner fires that out of the zone, and it's Fauci now on the forecheck. This has been an energy line so far for the Stars. Nikolaitis intercepts the pass, nearly breaks into the offensive zone. Puck rolls just off his stick. Fauci dumps in a moment too soon, and so it's an offside on the Stars with 9:07 left to play in this one. Rinks 4, Stars 3. Face-off's going to come just outside the offensive zone. It'll be Zimmich, McCarthy, Schulman. Looks like Farrow and Leschner out there as the defensive pair. Zimmich working that puck forward for McCarthy. McCarthy breaks in, leaves it for Schulman all alone. Saved nicely there. McCarthy nearly pulls that out of the air. Instead, the net comes off its moorings. And so with 8:59 left to go in this one, it's just an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Boy, they nearly made something out of nothing there, did the New York Stars. Touching home a puck that was fluttering in the air. Instead, the net off of its moorings, and so the whistle goes, and it's going to be a near circle draw. It'll again be Zimmich, Schulman, and McCarthy out there looking to win this faceoff. It's one to the near corner by the Rinks. They rack that all the way around. Coronati watches his man on the breakout. Rolling puck kept in the zone there by the Stars, and then tapped farther as a Rinks man stays down on the ice. The Rinks break into the offensive zone, and they're unable to keep it there just yet. It's Viscoso now working that puck up out of the zone. The Rinks come right back in on the forehand. Coronati pushes his man wide. Viscoso watches the middle of the ice. The Rinks try and set up shop, but instead it's Zimmich on the puck. Zimmich with some speed now into the neutral zone. He finds Schulman. Schulman breaks in. It's a little mini break there. He shoots, goes just high of the cage. Oh, Schulman had the goalie down on that one. Just missed touch high on the shot. The goalie did well to be aggressive and come on out. It's Coronati keeping the zone. He'll dump it right back in along the boards. Hits a Rinks stick. Rolling puck comes to Coronati again. And that rolling puck comes all the way out of the zone. It's Viscoso tracking back. And Schulman will dump that in deeper so the Stars can make a 5-player change here. 7:55 left to go in this one as the Rinks load up in their own end. It's the Rinks on the puck, working that up into the neutral zone, then into the offensive zone, but without possession. Schaefer able to send that right back across the blue line. Nearly find Bizarro as the puck just sits in front of the advertising boards. It's touched just wide, and it'll be the Rinks breaking into the offensive zone. They've got a little space now until Gorloff able to get the puck to the near half wall. Unclear what the call here is. Oh, they're going to call tripping on Gorloff here as he was playing the puck. An interesting call by the officials. You can go ahead and put interesting in air quotes there. We'll see, though, as no Stars player going to the box just yet. Perhaps this is going to be waved off. We'll see. Nope, they are going to call the trip. And that is a very, very tight call, as Gorloff literally had the puck on his stick, but was called for tripping. In any event, only two opinions on the ice matter, and those are the opinions of the folks wearing stripes, and so onward we play here. It'll be the Stars down a goal and down a man for 2 minutes. Shot comes in, goes wide of the cage, and now the Rinks look to pick up the puck at the far half wall. They do. They work it over to the near point. They load up, and then they'll walk the blue line just a bit. Will the Rinks? That puck's going to come out of the zone, and the Rinks will have to clear the zone. 1:44 left to go on the man advantage. 7:14 left to go in this game as the Rinks shoot in on Speaker. He's going to cover that up in the glove after the saving that shot. 7:08 left to go here now, and it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. They'll be able to switch out some penalty killers with that stoppage in play. Well, it'll be Zimmage at the near dot to take this. He's got Viscoso and Coronati behind him, McCarthy to his left. Zimmage wins that faceoff. That puck's thrown up to the blue line, not out just yet. Settled there by the Rinx, dumped on in, and the Rinx look to send that puck in deeper. It's Viscoso reversing all the way over toward Coronati. Puck goes to the far corner, and then it's tapped farther by the Rinx. Cut out, though, by Viscoso, who feathers that up to the near half wall. The Rinx will dump in deeper again, but it comes back to Viscoso momentarily. Zimmage in for support. Rolling puck is going to be tapped farther into the slot, and that's a score for the Rinx. Well, that rolling puck came to the far post, and truly not much the Stars could do about that. That's some bad luck as that puck rolled all the way across the ice. 6:45 left to go, and it's a power play goal there for the Rinx on what was really a questionable call by the officials. Onward we play here. 2-goal lead for the Rinx. 6:40 left to play in this game. It'll be Bizarro on the forecheck. He's got Fisher out there with him as well. Fisher able to get a stick on puck and take the puck off his man. Rolling puck comes nearly to the top of the blue paint, and then it's shoveled farther there by the Rinx. Leshner thought he had kept the zone there. Instead, it's going to go for an offside. 6:26 left to play here in the third period. Well, shots 15-14 in the Stars' favor, but again, not clear that that's really official out there right now, as the scorekeepers have had their hands full with the penalties and the rest. Speaker able to bat that puck to himself out of the air. 6:18 left to play here in this game. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. A little bit of the air sucked out of the building for the Stars fans right now. Going to need some push for them to get right back into it. It's Nicolaitis at the far dot. He's got Bizarro to his right, works that down low toward Farrow. Farrow works that puck up to the near half wall, and the bouncing puck comes to a bunch of different sticks who can't do much with it. Rolling puck just sticked aside by Speaker, and it'll be Farrow working that up toward Bizarro. Bizarro taps that puck farther for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis on the puck. He's got Fisher to his right. He goes around one man. Puck sits in the slot. It's touched just wide by the Stars. Bizarro gets turned by his man, and the puck sits in the near corner. It's the Stars working to get that puck out toward the center of the ice. Fisher sends that down deeper for Nicolaitis. It's loose, and Bizarro takes a cross-check to the hip there after he went digging for that puck. Well, it's going to be an offensive zone draw here for the Stars. 5:44 left to go in the third period. And it'll be at the near dot. It's Zimmage, Gorloff, Russo, Fauci, and Schaefer. Zimmage at the near dot, wins that over toward Russo. Russo sends that puck in deeper, and now Fauci tries to track down at the end boards. It's reversed, though, before he can get there, and the Rinx able to get that puck out of the zone. Gorloff on the puck, sends that toward Fauci, who touches it into the offensive zone. He was onside, but we get a quick whistle. And so, 5:32 left to go here in the third period. It's Rinx 5, Stars 3. Zimmage at the far dot. Got Russo to his right, wins it to himself, keeps the offensive zone momentarily, and then it is shoveled out by the Stars. The Stars will throw that back in just a bit too soon. This time it really was offside, and it'll be a face-off again. Just outside the Stars zone. Surprising this one's not at center ice. In any event, it's Zimmage now, winning that face-off forward without possession. He keeps the zone with his shoulder, and again, Rinx able to send that puck out of the zone, and it'll come right back in the offensive zone offside. We've seen this movie before. That's 3 in a row there. 5:17 left to play here in the third period. Now it'll be McCarthy to take this draw. He's going to have Nicolaitis. Now it'll be Nicolaitis to take this draw. McCarthy to his left, Schulman to his right. Viscoso and Coronati as the defensive pair. It'll be the Rinx coming away with it, but only so far as Coronati. And now the puck ping-pongs a bit in the neutral zone, and it's dumped in by the Rinx. 5:05 left to play as Viscoso goes to pick that puck up. He taps it farther for Coronati. Coronati reverses to Viscoso. Viscoso has a man on him. He's able to twirl around him, though, as Schulman jams that puck up to the near point. Not out. It comes into the slot. Speaker able to make a nice save there and send that puck wide of the cage. It's now McCarthy trying to work that puck out of the zone. Instead, the Rinx dump that in deeper. Schulman jousts with his man as the puck rolls to the circle. It's tapped farther, and Speaker able to cover up there with the leg pad and make a save. And 4:34 left to go in this third period. It'll be Nikolaitis to take this draw. He's got Schulman and McCarthy out there with him. Viscoso and Coronati as the defenders. Nikolaitis leans over the dot. He wins that forward, not out of the zone just yet as the Rinks load up at the near point, looking for a bumper shot there. They throw in on Speaker. Instead, it goes wide of the cage, and Schulman picks that puck up. He gets it past the blue line, but just a bit too far as it'll go for an icing with 4:20 left to go. It's a good play there by Schulman, looking to bank that off the man at the near point. Just happened to miss him, and so it goes for an icing and a defensive zone draw here by the Stars. It'll be Zimmich, Pizarro, Fisher out there as the forwards. Looks like Viscoso and Coronati as the defenders. Puck sits at the near dot, and it's fired in, but it hits a stick and goes deflected up into the netting. Stars not quitting out there, getting stick on puck, sending deflections into the netting in the defensive zone. A credit to them here after what's been a very physical game. The Stars looking to win that faceoff. They do. Coronati emerges with it in the defensive slot, works it up toward Pizarro. Pizarro on the puck at center ice. He sends a long shot in. It's just sticked aside there by the Rinks and shoveled out of the zone by the Rinks netminder. Viscoso fires forward. Zimmich sends another long one in. This puck comes in, and then it's sticked aside by the Rinks goaltender once again. Pizarro on the forecheck, nearly beats his man to the puck. Instead, the Rinks are going to break out here all the way through the neutral zone, but it'll be Coronati tracking back, beating his man to the puck. He's pushed there. Coronati, though, finds Zimmich. Zimmich over toward Viscoso. Viscoso skates with some speed now into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. He'll stop at the point and then send a long blind shot in. Nearly fooled the goaltender there, but a stick in the way from the Rinks. And now it's a Rinks 2-on-1 the other way. Rinks into the zone. It's Viscoso. While able to stick his man wide, he did a wonderful job, did Nico Viscoso, on that defensive play. Rinks able to keep the zone, though. They're in the slot, trying to load up there. 3:15 left to go in this one as the Rinks dump it in deeper. It's Viscoso lifting that puck up and out of the zone. The Stars could get a half change out of this one. And it looks like we're going to get an offside call here on the Rinks, given the pointing by the official. So 3:05 left to go in the third period here. It's Rinks 5, Stars 3. And it'll be Nikolaitis at the near dot. Russo on the puck, works it back for Leshner. Leshner toward Farrow. Farrow picks it up on the forehand, works it up toward McCarthy. This one's going to go for an icing as it went off the boards rather than off a stick. And so it's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, folks, a reminder, do join us tomorrow. Carrier restrictions apply. Essentially means if we can get a signal, we'll bring you the broadcast from E.J. Murray Memorial Ice Rink in Yonkers, New York. The Rinks aren't done yet. Speaker makes a save there as we play on with 2:49 left to go here. The Stars jam that puck out of the zone. It rolls, but icing's going to be waved here as Russo picks it up in the far corner. Two Stars men in on it. It's McCarthy joining Russo. Now three Rinks men able to send that puck flicked up and out of the zone, and Leshner will settle it in the neutral zone, work it over toward Farrow. Farrow now tries to work that puck up and deep. He gains the line, sends it in on net, and the Rinks netminder able to just take his time and work that puck over to the near corner as the Stars had to get back on defense. But it's the Stars now in the offensive zone. Puck's going to come over toward Russo. Russo on the puck, throws it to the bottom of the slot. Nobody home there for the Stars, and they'll have to track back in the neutral zone as we have just 130 seconds left to go in this game. It's Farrow. He gains the line and then sends that puck in on net, and it's kicked aside there by the Rinks goaltender. It's the Stars trying to work that puck deeper into the zone and get a shot off here. And they find Gorloff in the mid-slot. Gorloff shoots. No deflection coming there. Nikolaitis nearly got his stick on it to knock it down. A great play there by the Stars. And as I mentioned before, just as the Stars defenders aren't quitting, the Stars forwards also pushing very hard in this game. It's been very physical and rough out there for the men in white today. And yet they continue to push. Credit to all of them for doing so. It's Pizarro taking that face-off win deeper into the zone, looking toward the net front, trying to send a backhander out. Rolls on him, hits the back of the cage. Zimmich in there for support. Puck rolls up to Gorloff. Defenders now for the Stars pinching in to try and keep the zone. as the Rinks work that up toward Fauci. He of the goal scorer. And Fauci sends a shot off a body, doesn't hit the cage, but Zimmich comes away with it on the backhand. Goes backhand, forehand, he scores! Zimmich with 1:26 left to go here in the third period. He's able to put that in the back of the net and cut this lead in half for the Rinks. 86 seconds left to go in this one. The Stars able to find the back of the net and make this one real close. It's nervy times out there for both teams as we get a timeout called here by the team in white. Well, folks, that gives us time to remind you next week, Midnight Sports is going to follow the Stars all the way out to Great Neck on Saturday at 10:15 a.m. That's out at Parkwood Sports. Andrew Sturgiopoulos Ice Rink, one of the nicest barns in the whole league. And then Midnight Sports is going to trek on down to Montgomery County, PA at 9:40 and 2:55 at Hatfield Ice in Colmar, Pennsylvania. They take on the Genesis Hockey Club, do the Stars in an EJ-EPL doubleheader. We'll bring you all the coverage we can right here on Midnight Sports. That's next weekend. Don't forget to join us. We love having you. And although we could do this without you, we wouldn't. So be there or be square. 1:26 left to go here. Let's get your reset. Stars down a goal. Rinks scored their insurance goal on what was a questionable tripping call on the Stars. Stars trying to even that up karma-wise on the scoreboard. It'll be Zimmich to take this draw. He's going to have Bizarro to his right, Fauci to his left, Coronati and McCarthy on the blue line there. Speaker all the way out at the top of the blue paint. As soon as the Stars get control of this puck, expect Speaker to leave his net. That faceoff's going to come all the way into the offensive zone for the Rinks. You'd expect Speaker to come off here. Well, we had a bit of a clock mishap there. Hang on. We're probably going to get a little more time put on the board as the clock continued to run. Speaker told to go ahead and leave his cage with this offensive zone draw coming. Well, he's not on the bench just yet. He's told to come halfway up the defensive zone. And as soon as the Stars control, you'll see him on the bench. They do. And so Speaker told to come to the bench. Shot comes in. And now Speaker will have to skate back. He plays the puck in his own zone, leaves it there for his defender. He is allowed as a goaltender to play the puck anywhere on his half of the ice. Now Speaker off the ice. Well, you didn't have that on the bingo card today. Speaker playing the puck at his own blue line. Oh, the goalie run there behind his own cage. We'll see what the call here is as the Rinks start to have some conversation. The goalie was playing the puck there behind his own net. And so the Rinks fans giving some advice to the officials out there on the ice. We'll see what happens as the Stars looking to play the puck behind the net. Had the Rinks goaltender out of the net as well, and there was a bit of a traffic jam. And so we'll see as the Stars bench wants an explanation here. It's going to be an interference call on Fauci. And so the Stars bench wants an explanation. And they'll get it from the official here. Speaker back out on the ice. 60 seconds left to play in this one as the Stars to the box. They're down a goal, down a man late here at Abe Stark. And if they can somehow gain possession of this puck, expect an empty net. And it would be 5-on-5 hockey for the Stars. Stars bench does get the explanation. Unclear they're satisfied, but we'll play on. It'll be Zimmich at the far dot looking to win this puck. Instead, it's the Rinks coming away with the puck. They're at the blue line, are the Rinks. Nearly a stick lift there by Nikolaitis. Instead, the Rinks dump that in deeper. 54 seconds left to play in this game. McCarthy on the puck. The Rinks just jamming it up at the end boards, content to have the puck sit there. And it'll now be Coronati on the puck, trying to force this out of the zone. The Rinks unable to keep the zone, but again, 39 seconds left to go here. They're happy to just skate around. We get a quick whistle, though. We'll see who's going to the box on this one. Looks like it'll be Zimmich to the box as there's some more conversation there between McCarthy and the Rinks players. Zimmich to the box and a Rinks player to the box as well as the officials have some conversation here. Looks like a coincidental roughing on each player. And so, still 5-on-4 hockey. And it looks like it'll just be a face-off. So, a lot of paperwork for the scorekeepers. But the upshot is it's still 5-on-4 hockey, and the Stars are still down a goal here. Stars win that face-off forward, jammed right back out of the zone by the Rinx. They try and touch it farther. They gain the line. They do. And now the Rinx fire right back in. And it'll be McCarthy hitting his man at the end boards, but the Rinx only have to survive the next 32 seconds, and they're happy to do it in the offensive zone. It means Speaker can't leave the cage. Now the puck comes over toward McCarthy. McCarthy on the puck, works that puck up, and we're going to get no icing there as Bizarro in on the puck. Oh, he nearly had that puck from the Rinx netminder. Instead, the Rinx able to get that puck up to the near half wall, but not out. Speaker out of his cage. Net empty for 10 seconds left as the puck sits at the end boards. Rinx try and hold the puck there. They fall on top of the puck, and now we'll get a whistle and some cross-checking. That's 2, 3, 4 cross-checks right at the end boards. 1.2 seconds left to go in this game, and it has gotten ugly here at the end as the Stars down on the ice. It was McCarthy there. And so the Rinx parents clearly want the game to be over as they are ahead on the scoreboard. And we'll see what the calls here are as the Stars parents start to get involved too. And now we'll see what the calls here are as the Stars go on to the bench and the box. And so no Rinx player to the bench there, or the penalty box. And so there goes the clock. And the Rinx fans apparently very happy with the win here. And so we've gone final at Abe Stark Sports Center. It's the Rinx 5, Stars 4. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow at 4:45 p.m. from E.J. Murray Memorial Ice Rink. Until then, stay safe.